Welcome back to the Realistic RTG. You join us in the second half of the season of Season 7, our debut season at Premier League level. We've just finished the January transfer window as per the last episode, and we've brought in a couple of extra loanees. So we are now set for the rest of the year and actually sit, dare I say, relatively comfortable in mid-table at the moment, solidly 10th at present, which would earn us a decent prize money return at the end of the season of £34.2 million. Which is a little bit better than anything else that we've ever earned, ever, really, other than the Premier League TV money. So we're quite looking forward to getting something like that in at the end of the season. We have now committed the £18 million for the remainder of the new ground cost, which we will move into at the end of this current season. So the bank balance currently sits at £43.8 million. We have jiggled the finances a little bit so that we're now in the positive with regards to our wage budget, and we've got 25 million left in the transfer budget so that we can spend that on Mikic and make that loan to buy clause activated and purchase Mikic full time even, should I say, moving forward. We hope to maybe sneak him to 82 rated before the summer as well, if possible. If his form improves, he can make it to 82 rated before the new year, which would be superb. We need to get that match XP up. We need to get that form up as well if we can. Currently, 25 weeks is the shortest, and there's like 21 or 22 weeks left to the end of the season. But if that match XP goes up and the form goes up, then certainly we could speed up that level up. And fingers crossed he could be 82 by the summer, meaning that obviously 82 would be our ceiling for summer transfers rather than 81. I don't believe that anyone else is going to stand a chance of getting to 81 to 82 rated outside of Mikic at the moment. Lancashire, I think, might well be peaked too. If he isn't, then I don't think he's going to grow any further than where he currently is. Poach is 17 weeks. And that's the quickest, and that's almost at the end of the season anyway. You can see that his match XP is very good because, of course, he keeps scoring goals for us. He, as per usual, since he's been at the club, he's our top goal scorer, although Kanadu is doing his best to hang on to him still. Luwalu, who's not played for 3 months because of his injury, is still my third top goal scorer. So you can see how reliant we are on the striker and the inside forward still with our formation. We start today with West Ham. And then moving forward from West Ham, we've Southampton in the FA Cup, which we're going to put quite a bit of focus behind now, seeing as our league form has actually been much better than anticipated in this first season of the Premier League. Then we'll play Leicester. Tomorrow, actually, we'll sim Arsenal at the end of today. Then tomorrow will be Forest, sim Chelsea, play Brighton, and play Brentford outside of whenever another FA Cup game is scheduled. If we're able to beat Southampton, hopefully when we're able to beat Southampton. Saying thank you to Chris for joining the Patreon. And to Zilverbeats as well. Thank you both very much indeed. I gave the Patreon a little bit of a push recently, letting you know that there are more tiers than the expensive VIP have your player in-game tiers. There's like much cheaper tiers if you wanted to just help support the channel, and a couple of you stepped up. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Let's hopefully earn that support yet further still by heading to Valley Parade and bringing home 3 points in the Premier League. West Ham are a bit good, really. Franco Israel in goal. Vanderson, Mosquera, Bade and Ruggieri, Vifa, Frimpong, Fabian, Guimaraes, Savinho, Vitor Roque. Wow. That team is 11th in the Premier League. On the bench, not so strong, but still a couple. I'm imagining that Renato da Costa is a Savinho pre-gen. We will, like I say, in the summer be mudding the pre-gens for next season because, well, they're just a bit silly, aren't they, really? So I'm hoping that won't be a thing for 26. It might be, and if it is, we will mud them on 26 as well. But hopefully, at the very latest, for 27, they'll fix the whole pre-gen thing. Because it's never been broken in previous years. They've existed, but they've not existed at the same time as the person that they're pre-genning when they're in their early 20s. It's silly. This is the first year it's been properly broken like that. Hopefully, it won't be a thing we have to deal with moving forward for very long. Certainly, at least whilst we're on PC, we can just deal with it ourselves. Nice interception, nice turn. Frimpong's just as terrifying as Savinho on the other side, really. And Vitor Roque forces the save out of Bergstrom, and it will, thankfully, just drop wide of the post. West Ham looking for an early opener here. Corner's not bad. Clearance is absolutely terrible. That one is actually just just as terrible as it happens. Clarkson gets caught on it, nowhere to go. And Bergstrom makes another good save, and this time we will just make sure that we deal with it. Thank you very much. No, West Ham, you cannot score a goal. Not yet, anyway. Nice turn by Clarkson, and he's away from Ruggieri. Canardo, I think, is just offside there. It was a great ball, but it's not going to send him in legally. It takes his one counter-attack, though. All it takes is one counter-attack. And one random shot from distance. Free kick for us. Free kick for us. Maybe a set piece from distance. So it's not even that far out. Bulat injured, of course, so Clarkson will be the one to take free kicks for us. Need to adjust that with the assignments in the team management. Clarkson with a dead ball specialist. Clarkson with an unbelievable goal. Dead ball specialist confirmed. Slammed off the underside of the bar. Bradford 1, West Ham 0. That's a very good free kick. Bulat would be proud of that. Cameron Brannagan would be proud of that. Frimpong. It's dangerous. Not very good clearance. Savinho. Touch back to Ruggieri. Well, numbers forward. Well saved. Longhorse will just get rid. What ping. Look, that is a bit tall though. Good in the air. Oh, Bruno. Chill, mate. Cost yourself there. Looking to send Shaq Ford away. Will turn away from the defender. And then look for Canardo. Try and turn away from the defender. And Canardo's in the box. What a tackle. Was pulling the trigger with that next pace. With that next step. Clarkson brings that down. Looking for the ball through the gap that closed towards the front line. Still 1-0 up here. It's taken a set piece. And it feels like a bit of a smash and grab at the minute. With West Ham dominating possession and chance creation. I don't care if it's a smash and grab. Points are points, however you get them. Especially in the Premier League. That's a good ball, though, into Vitor Roque. That's a safe effort, though, from Vitor Roque. Bergstrom will deal with that all day long, every time. Giovanni, short to Doherty, and Shaq's there. Giovanni's made a good run. Maybe we can get it to him sooner rather than later, but no, he's come back now. Lancashire. Here he is again. Giovanni. Lancashire through that gap. Go on, Will. Go on, Will. It's a tight angle. Oh, and Israel just makes himself big. And stands tall and gets the block in. Nearly 2-0. But just as Bergstrom was comfortable with Vitor Roque's effort a moment ago, that was still relatively comfortable for their goalkeeper there too, albeit slightly more weighted in favour of the attacker from that position. Still 1-0 to the Chickens at the moment. Looking good for 3 points here, as long as we can hold on defensively. And if we do find a second goal, I would go as far as to say that that is that, and we will get the win. Fabian, Bruno Guimaraes, forward to Vitor Roque. Bergstrom at full stretch, but makes the save. Very well done. Yellow card for Leighton Clarkson, which we anticipated was coming. Don't need to see that again, thank you. Savinho with a corner. Fabian, safe. Ooh, I don't know whether he could have caught that, but Mikic has got time to just get rid. Lancashire could win this, and has done so well. Very well, in fact. Clarkson looking for the through ball. Oh, help on its way again. It didn't quite fall for me. Hello, pace of Savinho. Wadsworth will win that header, though. Still over 10 minutes to go in the game. Thought we might have been near the 85th or so by now, but no, not even in the 80s yet. And that's given away loosely. Vitor Roque with a nice turn. He's going to have the pace, but the physicality works on my side. Again, we do lean on some physically stronger players where we don't necessarily have the quality in those positions. Thankfully, thus far, that has worked. Ultimately, though, if we want to get to the upper reaches of this division, we're going to need quality as well as physicality to be able to make the difference in games to take us towards the European spots. But at the minute, we are able to survive in the Premier League with what we've got, at least in this first season. I am fearing second season syndrome, certainly, at Premier League level. But hopefully, in the summer, we can improve enough with new signings that it's something we don't need to worry about. Get to that first, please. I think he was offside anyway. Play will continue. And they'll have a corner. We are at the end of the game now, 90th minute. That change was made over 10 minutes ago. Savinho with the corner. If we clear this, we win the game. We haven't cleared it. We will do now. And we win the game. Yes! 3 points for Bradford to start the day, thanks to that stunning free kick. Southampton's still in the Championship. It was Brentford, Leicester and ourselves that came up last year. But they're not bad. Philip Kern in goal. Riddler Baku still here. Clemens Riedel and Ronnie Edwards alongside CJ Egan Riley at the back five with Lucas Pires still flanking on the left. Stoikers, Baron Janatis and Adozi, and Zeki Amdouni leads the line. Zeki Amdouni leads the line. No Samson Tavide at Southampton anymore. Don't know where he's gone, but he has gone. So we'll, out of curiosity, have a look at that after this game. My 11 is rotated a bit for the FA Cup. Tickle play, Stevenson, Flint, Adaramola, Wadsworth, Bowie and Holm all start. We'll see if that team is good enough to get through to the next round of the FA Cup. We do want to take it seriously, but it is still, against a side like Southampton, a good opportunity for some fringe players to get some first-team football, whilst we still remain strong enough to get an overall result. So hopefully we can keep some players that are perhaps slightly unhappy with the amount of first-team football they have or have not been getting, and appease those that want a little bit more time on the pitch, whilst at the same time getting ourselves through to the next round of the Cup. Bowie's effort goes wide to start. Longhorse is up. Every faith in him in aerial encounters like that he's going to get there. Bowie got stuck in the mud there when trying to accelerate away. It's like he did the whole I'm going to accelerate animation, but then didn't actually run anywhere. Adozi went for the long distance ranger. Everyone's falling over, including Janatis, who goes for a very good tackle. That's going to be a goal kick. That was a bit of chaos, wasn't it? Ford. Bowie's on the run. Bowie spins well and he's failed. He might be in trouble here. He is in trouble. It's a red card. Ronnie Edwards gone. Now they're playing a 5-back, so they'll still have 4 defenders back there. But Ronnie Edwards might have been the central of the... it's definitely a foul. Might have been the central of the 5, which might open up a bit of a gap in there. We'll see if they change formation accordingly. He's going to be Leighton Clarkson on the free kick. Let's have a look and see what they're going to do if they've adjusted yet. No, and yes, Ronnie Edwards is the central of those two. There's not actually that much of a gap between the other two centre-backs, so they might not open themselves up through the middle. But equally, they might. Can Leighton Clarkson do it 2 games in a row? That's the question we're asking ourselves. We'll get an answer in a minute. Leighton Clarkson. No, he can't. Zeki Amdouni in the way with the wall. But Southampton now down to 10 here at St Mary's, which is not going to make things easy for them to try and get a result now. Knock this back with Bowie. And Giovanni on his left. Shot blocked. Get to it. Can't get to it. Okay. Right. Well, we'll try and press centrally. But their formation is probably going to mean that that's the one position where if they got a red card, it would affect them least. Longhorse, not going to be shooting from distance with him. Bowie could do. Bit of space here. It's Holm. It's Leighton Clarkson. From open play instead then. No, off the bar. Bowie's flattened the defender. I can't believe Clarkson hasn't buried that. That certainly should have been 1-0. It's not. And across. Wadsworth shows some pace. Go on, Gabe. Gabe's been chopped from behind now. Southampton are getting physical. Very unnecessarily physical. And it's the second red card. He's gone. It was from behind. Who was it? Connor Barron. They're down to 9 now. It's not in control, but it's not out of control. But you can see that it is a lunge through the air. And he's 3 yards away from the ball. And catches him on the underside of the foot. I'd give that as a strong yellow, I think, personally. Like final warning yellow. Do anything else and you're off. But the referee has just decided that he wants to send him regardless. Clarkson with a free kick, looking for a whipper. Maybe needed a bit more power on it. 0-0 still, but now against 9 men, they might open up a little bit more. And Bowie, and had to step away from the challenge, which took me towards the other defender. That's where their 5-back formation is going to help them, but they definitely will miss the extra central midfielder now, for sure. We're going to have a lot of space in areas like this now, I think. And Gabe Wadsworth is in. He ran out of room. Leighton Clarkson hits the other. Jesus Christ, Leighton. Will you just score a goal, please? Bar hit. Post hit. Did it take a deflection? I'm not sure. It might have done. Holmes' heel was offside. Longhorse steps in. Forward to Bowie. Loads of space here for Emil Holm. Okay, that's now literally every piece of woodwork hit. We've hit the bar, we've hit the right post, and now we've hit the left post. If Saints win this, I'll be fuming. Stevenson. Waterholm. It's just going to be a case of being patient here. I think the result will come. We just need to bide our time. Not get too frustrated. Eventually, they will open up. Wadsworth. Good block. Shaq forward. Go this way around the defender. Then turn back. Got someone on the edge of the box. There isn't really anyone. Move, please, Gabe. Thank you. Wadsworth now in behind. And cut it back. And pick out the one Southampton defender that's in the way of the two Bradford players waiting to tap home at the back stick. It's fine. It's fine. Just take your time, Ches. Don't rush it. Be patient. And the goal will come. Longor steps in well there. He wants to get involved. Bowie. And there you go. The patience had to last 15 minutes in the second half. But we are now in front. Bowie is definitely not the player he was when he left, for sure. I think we'd all agree on that. Certainly those that watch live agree that Kieran Bowie is a shadow of his former self. But he might well be a match winner for us here today. Perez to Adozie again. Alain Longos. A little bit concerned for a brief moment there. Like, hello, the 9 men are actually advancing forward quite comfortably. What's going on? Lucas Stevenson finding some space, which is not really that hard to come by at the minute. And Shaq forward, take a touch and finish. Good save. Brilliantly done by Kuhn. It's a great ball. It's a great touch, but the keeper is equal to it. And we'll have that, thank you. Adramola says Tar. Shackford might even win that foot race. He hasn't. Doesn't need to. He can win this foot race, though. And Shackford could get himself an assist, perhaps, instead. Or maybe go all the way for a goal. Or maybe the assist. Emil Holm, there's the second. That is game now. Sorry, Saints, toodaloo. We're through to the 4th round, 5th round even, of the FA Cup. Stevenson intercepts well. Oh. Janitis intercepts well. Well in Gabe. He chased after that, didn't he? Really nicely. Looking for Shaq Ford, who deserves a goal, to be fair. So we'll give him one. 3-0. I mean, once the first went in, the floodgates were going to open, weren't they? As Southampton surely were going to change formation or change mindset to try and get back in the game. Boos, but I think they're probably for the referee for sending 2 people off. The first one definitely was a red, last man, professional foul. That is the nature of the laws of the game. But certainly, I would have issue with the second red card if I was a Southampton fan. Adozie. Oh, all right. See you later. Amdouni. Adozie. Amdouni. Von der Haar in the way, but it falls kindly for them. Janitis. I would be annoyed if we don't get a clean sheet against 9 men, I'll be completely honest. Janitis with the corner for Southampton. It will be the last action of the game. And we will clear it. And there's the final whistle. Once, we had to wait a little while for the goals to come. And then when they came, they came. And 4 is the ultimate result. No goals till the 60th minute. And then 4 in 30 minutes ensures that we're through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Meaning we get prize money of a 4th round win. Prize money of £120,000 for winning that tie. Lovely. Samson Tavidi is now at Saint-Gilloise in Belgium. I think they're Belgium. Saint-Gilloise? They're Belgium or Switzerland? I think they're Belgium. £16 million. Still only 79 rated, obviously, because he's peaked now. Dynamic potential is only a thing for you as the user, not for the AI, which is a shame. Would love dynamic potential to be a thing for the AI as well, but I don't think we'll get anything of that nature until we sack off old gen consoles, which is still going to be a while, unfortunately. But still a decent player, Samson Davide, and I'm sure if we need a backup striker at some point, we would consider him coming back to the club, especially considering he has 99 goals for Bradford City. It would be lovely to get him his 100th at some point in the save. We are 10th in the Premier League. Leicester came up with us last season. They're only 3 places behind us in 13th. It's Brentford that are the ones that are struggling. But 2 of us having decent seasons so far since returning to this division. hopefully we can get another decent result as well. Be a great episode if we win all 3. We have a Patreon player in goal. Will is Leicester City's top-rated goalkeeper at 81. Chowdhury, Bissett, Kusanov and Buchanan as their back 4. They still need to upgrade at fullback for sure. Ollie Skip and Wilfred Ndidi in the midfield. Still could do with some upgrades there, to be fair. Andres Gomez, Steffi Mavridis on the left because Mika Gertz is injured. El Canus at cam and George Ilenikena at striker. So certainly we've got some talent in the forward areas, and it's there where they have been at their best. And I'm sure it's those players that are keeping them where they are in the league, just as it's my striker and right inside forward that are keeping me where I am in the league. We're very reliant on a certain couple for goals, and I think Leicester are probably the same. So far, so good for us in that regard. But if we lose Lancashire to injury, or if for whatever reason he just loses his goal-scoring touch, I think we would be in trouble a little bit. El Canus out to Gomez. Quick, early, decent ball, but dealt with well enough by the back line. Mikic, I look for Giovanni in there actually, and there's a bit of space to break forward into here. As Ndidi and Ollie Skip are not marshalling the area of the pitch very well. Dead pass from Giovanni though. And they have it back again. That went well. Gomez. Quickly forward to Elena Kena. And Mavridis steps in. Stefan Mavridis scored a really good goal for Leicester in real life the other day. Unfortunately for them. They've been relegated since. Clarkson driving forward, looking for Kanadu in the gap. Kanadu out of his feet. Kanadu from distance. That is must do better tag, I think. El Canus. Gomez. It's done well. Ndidi is retiring at the end of the season. It just said top left. So certainly they will have to improve in those central midfield areas soon, because they quite literally won't have the player. The hand is going to be forced by Wilfred Ndidi retiring. Ndidi is solid, certainly. And I can understand why they've kept him for this period of time, especially if they've been yo-yoing between Premier League and Championship, as per real life as well. But we thought Leicester would have had the finances to be able to upgrade on Ollie Skip and Wilfred Ndidi by this point in a save, certainly. El Canus shorts to Ollie Skip, who delivers that into the middle. We'll try and get rid of it. Elena Kena wins the header. And that's gone over the bar. Giovanni. Clarkson looking for Kanadu. And control nicely. Really well done. He's onside, I think. Buried. No, he's off. He's only fractional. But he is the wrong side of the line, I think. No opening goal here against Leicester City for Will Lancashire. How tight was it? Very, I think. Just his knee and his face that was offside. Oh, Jacob. Brilliant. Oh, what a run. Brilliantly done by Jacob Wright, this. Looking for Lancashire. And then Kanadu. And if we score, it's all made by Jacob Wright. We're not going to score because Kanadu's finessed effort is terrible. Trying to find the bottom corner on the far side. And he's just gone underneath it and it's clunked wide of the post. That is not a very good finish, Don Angelo, at all. Jacob Wright's phenomenal run deserved better. Elena Kena to Gomez. Back to Elena Kena. Back to Gomez. This is dangerous from Leicester. Having to back off as he just gets into the box. It's going to fall, and that's going to be 1-0 Leicester. Nothing the keeper or defenders could do. Elena Kena, well, I mean, the defenders could have marked him for a start, I guess. But when it fell to him, nobody anywhere near him. It was just a case of simply tucking that home. Leicester take the lead at Valley Parade. Giovanni. Clarkson. Lovely ball. Lovely spin. Oh, foul. Thank you. We're getting quite a few free kicks at the minute. Clarkson has had a couple of attempts to try and score a goal recently from the set pieces. I still haven't adjusted the team management screen, as you can tell, because Lancashire was on the free kick again. Clarkson. Can he do it for a second time in 3 attempts? No. The wall keeps getting in the way now. That's a shame. Clarkson floats it. I do miss Cameron. Even though we signed Clarkson for his free kicks and Bulat was signed, well, A, because he's bloody phenomenal in every area for the rating, but B, we were looking for someone to be a Cameron Brannagan. How on earth? Cameron Brannagan replacement with regards to the set piece threat. Oh, why have you passed it, mate? Why have you passed it? And Clarkson has scored a couple of free kicks. Bulat has scored a couple of free kicks, but no one has truly replaced Cameron Brannagan, have they? But It is very hard to replace a man of that ability. Back away, Will. He did, but the first time shot that I asked for didn't come. We are behind at the break. Mikic, Clarkson. Let's start the second half right, shall we? Beautifully done. So far, so good. Oh, I was pulling the trigger. We really nearly did start the second half exactly the right way. We set to Ndidi. I thought I was going to get given away. Leicester have been actually pretty decent here, unfortunately for us. You can see why they are where they are in the table and why they've not been threatened with the relegation that others with arguably better squads have been. Gomez, lovely turn. Strikes decent too. Needed the save. Got the save. And Mikic will lump it clear. Anywhere will do for me in that situation. Navadidi. El Canus. Jacob Wright. His footwork's so good. He's only 78 rated. But I think there is potential there for Jacob Wright. I would be potentially open to signing him permanently. He has been that good. Canadu. Oh, Don Angelo. Finish this one, mate. That's superb. That's all about Don Angelo Canadu. Came in at half-time and apologised for missing the obvious opportunity and has made up for it with taking an even better one. 1-1. They're still looking for an instant response. Navadidi. El Canus. Buchanan. Navadidi. Buchanan. Oh, wow. Thank you. Bergstrom. Just stole it away off the toes of the defender. Intercepted it well, but literally, in a gaming sense, nothing I could do. Couldn't press anything on the controller quickly enough before you tackled there. Alfie Doherty turns and finds Shaq Ford. He's going to do some turning of his own, but Lankshire's rather slow on the uptake. Oh, Dinkbis looking for Clarkson, actually, and there is a bit of space in the middle there. And then, it might have opened up for Lancashire too, but Ollie Skip's done very well. Just over 20 minutes to go. I think it is time we made a couple of changes here just to try and make sure we see this at least point over the line. Might only make that one change though, really. We're playing okay. We've been decent. It's just a case of continuing to grind out the game, and hopefully the result will eventually come. No one's been poor. No one's been really good. It's just a case of trying to make sure we do what's necessary in any given situation. A point certainly is achievable now that we're level. I don't think we'll concede again, but it's a case of whether we can find a second of our own. Although they do have free kick in a relatively dangerous position here that they could deliver awkwardly. Hoyer is up for it, and Wright, and Clarkson around the corner, and Wadsworth. Oh, and if he gets that under control, Shaq Ford's away on the wing. Elena Kana awkwardly wide of the post. There's the run of Clarkson. He stopped. That's annoying. I was waiting for him to get beyond the man. Speaking of being beyond the man, Lancashire. Good save. And it's just far enough clear. Canadu, Clarkson, Wadsworth, Ford. God, the keeper again doing just enough. We're used to Hermansen being very good in please dip. Missed the target. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing there. Will, are you on one, mate? Bowled that straight to Canadu, who has used his weak foot, I think, there, and missed the target. Right thing to do, I think, to go for the immediate shot with the keeper so far off his line. If it's on target, it definitely dipped enough to go in. He just missed the sticks. Doty. Did that hit hand? No. Referee says play on. Kani Chukwameka. Forward to Uzun. Safe. I think it's going to be 1-1 draw here by the looks of things, unless something happens very, very quickly, which he could do. Kanadu's looking to break in behind here. He's been the go-to man today, hasn't he? Wadsworth. Ford. No. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. The two promoted sides can't find a winner. 1-1, although their goalkeeper tried his best to gift us a winner, but we weren't able to take it. Right, we've arrived on match day against Arsenal. Rather understandably, we're not expecting to get a result from this one. We're still 10th in the table, level with Chelsea actually on points. But we'll, well, I'll tell you what, let's quick sim this one rather than do it via the calendar, because we fully expect to lose this regardless of whoever we've got in the 11 and however we go about simulating it. So Arsenal will beat us by 3-1. Zhu grabs a goal after 4 minutes. Locatelli and Esposito grab the others. And Arsenal's march at the top of the table continues. Chelsea lose away from home at Old Trafford against Manchester United, who are still struggling in the league. They're up to 11th now with that win, but they're still 4 points behind us in 10th. Chelsea still 9th on 35 points level with us, although goal difference is significantly in their favour, as you can see, by a 10-goal swing. We are currently 12 points above the relegation zone, so quite happy about that. Brentford are 8 points from safety and struggling. Burnley are 5 points from safety and struggling. And Leeds have only... oh no, for some reason I read that as Leeds have only scored 12 goals. No, they've lost 12 games. But certainly the bottom three are a step worse than most, although Leeds do have a game in hand, so could actually drop Aston Villa into the relegation spots. If Aston Villa get relegated with the team that they've got, that really is a crime. Arsenal lead the way with 57 points. City second, Liverpool third, and Newcastle fourth. Brentford have fallen off slightly. Brentford were second slightly earlier in the season, and Crystal Palace have been sixth for a little while and look good for a European spot at the moment, but their squad is particularly impressive. Will Lancashire is going up a rating in 8 weeks' time, which is excellent. He'll be 81 soon. Lawal is on his way back from injury. He's not quite there yet. He's still got the little plaster symbol next to him. But as we head into the next episode, we'll have Forest, Brighton in the Cup, followed by Brighton in the League, and we'll, of course, simulate Chelsea in the meantime. So Brighton double next time out, but we start with Forest at home on the back of that Arsenal defeat, and that's where we will pick up tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed. As ever, do drop the video a like if you have. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.